includes the new date for airing. But Swing Time and Up and Coming are going to air consecutively in a 2-week period, starting with Swing Time. Okay, starting with Swing Time, and then with Up and Coming. So, right now, here's what you're going to hear on our new GJRB Spring Spectacular. I'll be right back. Swing Time is back this spring on GJRB. This time the spotlight shines on Harry James. A child of circus performers, he started showbiz early with a desire for music at the age of 6. His trumpet sounds were the most popular of the early 40s. Harry James' story on Swing Time. Watch for it as a podcast uploaded Saturday, March 21st on GJRB's public site on Spreaker. Swing Time on GJRB. Attention, emerging bands and artists. Up and Coming is back, and on more often. I'm talking about the main show, featuring all genres. Send me your band's recordings or let me know where you're at, whether you're on SoundCloud, SoundClick, or Reverb Nation. And I will play them on Up and Coming. Listen for details on how your band can get on Up and Coming for Up and Coming podcast on GJRB's public site or live. Watch for announcements closer to the approaching air date. Up and Coming, uploaded as a podcast or live. Saturday, March 28th on GJRB. If you are a new Christian, country, bluegrass, or jazz artist and would like your music to be played on GJRB's Up and Coming show, now's the time. Just send me an email containing an MP3 of your music, along with information of your band or solo artist, including the city and state and origin and bio to Up and Coming at my email address, GaryJ65@yahoo.com. Also include the name of the song or album in your email. SoundCloud listeners, this also goes for you. If you subscribe to GJRB Online and SoundCloud and your songs are on there, I would like to play them for you. Just give me permission at the same aforementioned email address and say, Gary Russin, play my song. Then listen to Up and Coming with different shows in each genre. Program schedules will be available in my new Google Plus blog, or log on to www.spreaker.com on my Gary John Russin public site for Up and Coming schedule information. Programs scheduled on GJRB Online are subject to change and can change. If they do, watch for GJRB Schedule Update podcast on my Spreaker public site for time and date change announcements. And that's what that is. This is our GJRB Schedule Update podcast to let you know of our program schedule change announcements here on GJRB. We're coming on the air to do this. I think that from now on, you're going to hear a lot of these up and coming. From now on, you are going to consistently hear GJRB Schedule Update podcast. They will be uploaded quite a bit along with our other podcast, because I think that we need to let you know of any major changes in our GJRB programming schedule and schedule lineup. And that's going to happen periodically now through the next couple of seasons. Now, our next season, we're off season right now. So in a way, it doesn't really matter what about this. I'm taking this week off because Lori does need to take care of her health, and we need to take care of the situation at hand with her toe and everything. So the basic matter of it is, at this point, is to take care of that. When I return with her home, back to the station here, back to home, I will start in on our production for the next few weeks. Now, another thing I want to mention is that I always have a tendency to promote programs. To promote programs before I even get them done. Okay? This has happened with Swing Time. This has happened with Up and Coming. This has happened with just Swing Time, Up and Coming, mainly, where I've promoted the program but didn't have it done yet, and then end up forcing myself to change the promos, change the time slot, what have you. And it is one of my flaws as a program director of this radio station. It's one of my dumbest flaws. So what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now that I'm taking this week off? Now, I'll still get into the Gary Russell program, possibly next Friday afternoon. But we have a clause here. We got something very important to tell you. Throughout the month of February, GJRB Online will run our regularly scheduled programs. The Gary Russell program, these are our main ones. These are our regularly scheduled main programs. The Gary Russell program. Positive Rock Show, Rock Worship, CCF Church Services, Last 7 Days in Bible Study. Those will continue to air at the regular times, either by podcast or live. The Way Out There show, we're going to have another one coming up this month. I'm working on one for February, 3rd week. So I'll be working on that one. But other than that, there's not going to be no additional scheduled programming. I'm leaving a lot of weeks open for production so that I can get things ready for our GJRB Spring Spectacular. And in March, we're going to be on full schedule. Okay, now we're going to be on full schedule, meaning we're going to have our regular scheduled programming like we're doing, and we will be inserting our other shows, the ones that we have scheduled in the rotation for podcasts. And that will include, I've got coming up, we haven't done it in a while, Bluegrass Jubilee. We'll have another one. I have the last Bluegrass Jubilee we did. I'm going to change the promos on it, and I will re-upload that as a podcast for a rebroadcast, because I think we want to rebroadcast that one. So a lot of shows are going to get rebroadcast this month. In those time slots are going to be reruns. But when we get into March and April, these shows will become brand new episodes. Okay, so that will mean the Bluegrass Jubilee and Blues House will have a brand new show. And also, that'll all be brand new shows. Also, the Swing Time Show, I'm working on another episode featuring the music of Woody Herman. And then I've got another Swing Time Show that's not going to have any spotlight whatsoever. We're just going to play some great Swing Time big band favorites back to back to back for a couple of hours or so. A special kind of Swing Time favorites. And I'm going to play all your favorite big band music that I played on past Swing Time shows live. So that'll be kind of a neat thing. It's kind of a Swing Time generic, so to speak. And then I'll be working on some more big band. I'll be doing more research on some more big band spotlight band leaders. So I'm working on that one. So that's coming up. And these all go on what they call ongoing projects. What I mean by ongoing projects is that I have projects that I consistently work on production days. And these are programs that will be coming up on GJRB Online during our GJRB Spring Spectacular. Those will run. They're going to be not promoted until they are upon completion. It's the only time they're going to be promoted when they are completed. Okay, Swing Time, I'm promoting it because it had been completed 2 months ago. I just need to record it. Okay. Up and Coming just needs to get some stuff done with the elements, and I'll be recording that one too. All probably like in the next 2 weeks. So basically, that's all there is. Once again, I regret that the situation at hand, that I had to cancel broadcast for this week. With Lori being in the hospital, there was nothing I could do. I had to take care of her first. Her health does come first before this radio station. She comes first before this radio station. It'll always be that way. This is just something I do because I love doing my work. This is something to do while I'm taking care of her, while I'm there. So that's one of the most important things at this point. And I really need to take care of her first before anything else. And that is the most important thing at this time. So that is pretty much what I wanted to say. So I'm going to be wrapping up this update. Once again, in repeat, this Gary Russin program will be on the air next Friday, tentatively at 1 o'clock Central, our brand new time. Okay, brand new time. And we will be on the air with that program. So you'll want to tune in for the Gary Russin program next Friday right here on GJRB, tentatively at 1 o'clock Central Time right here on GJRB. Remember that all programs are subject to change and can change. But I will be here, and you will always hear a GJRB schedule update podcast with the program change announcements included, so that you can be ready for a chance to hear that program again here on GJRB. Okay, so you might want to remember that the most important thing right now is to get this situation taken care of, and then we'll be right back, and we will be once again taking care of Lori first, and then we work on our broadcasting here at GJRB. Right now, though, like I said before, I'm wrapping up. We will be back on the air next Friday, and then the Gary J Sports page debut has been moved to January 27th. That's Tuesday, January 27th, tentatively at the 2 o'clock hour. We're only going to make this first show 2 hours. Okay? Only first sports page, only 2 hours. Because I want to get used to doing a sports talk show for one. And for two, I really don't know how much material I'll have to cover on the first show. It's going to be kind of a premiere show. So basically, it's going to get the 000 on it. I'm not going to count these episodes. It'll just be sports page with a date on it, like we usually do when we upload that program, so that you know what it is. But we're not going to... I don't count the episodes because I found out that it's ludicrous, because I have a tendency to lose track of episode numbers. So I decided to just put the date by it that we're broadcasting it, and do it that way, so that you know what date it airs. Now, one more thing before I finish. The podcast for the last 7 days and the podcast for Bible study, which we did not go yesterday because of her hospital stay, and the church services, CCF church services, will not be heard this week. We will not have those on the air because I will not have a new broadcast to give you. So that broadcast has been canceled for this week. They will not be hearing any Bible study, no church services this week. Okay? But we will return with those programs next week at its regular times. Okay? All right, just to let you know about that. Just to let you be aware of it. Okay? So, want to thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This has been a GJRB schedule update to let you know what's going on in our programming schedule and getting you an idea exactly what's going on. So, that's it. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for listening. This has been a GJRB schedule update. I'm Gary J. Russin. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great week. So long, everyone. Attention musicians, if you're starting a band or just starting a solo act on your own, go to the place on the internet where you can get equipment at great prices. HelloMusic.com. They have guitars, amps, mixers, and microphones, some at great low prices. Log on today and look at the equipment and the prices. www.hellomusic.com. Like them on Facebook for chances to win guitars, mics, and other band equipment. Remember the name, Hello Music.